Apple's making a massive AI power play, but are they about to outsmart Google at their own game? Stick around and find out why Apple AI moves could spell big trouble for Google's empire. And is Apple going to be a buy, hold, or sell? With that being said, man, I was talking about it literally in today's video to watch the 203.5 and or the 200 level to make a break above or below this level. And now we made a break above it. So honestly, if we can hold that 205, we might be able to go to the upside even more. And keep in mind that July is about to start. And July normally is the most bullish month out of the year. Out of the last 10 years, July has always been green. So keep that in mind overall because Apple can make a big break to the upside. And this is your moment to get in. That being said, man, let's talk a little bit more about what news came out today and how it all started. So, Apple Intelligent Push. So, Apple's been hyping up its AI suit called Apple Intelligence, unrevealed at the WWDC 2024. It's packed with features like text summarization, photo editing, and Smart Siri, but it's only available on newer devices like the iPhone 15 Pro and the iPhone 16 models. They're also rolling out live translation for calls and FaceTime, plus a visual intelligent tool to analyze your surroundings with your phone camera. It's slick, but some argue it's not a groundbreaking as what Google or OpenAI are cooking up. So, Siri delays and drama behind it. So, Apple's been promising a beefed up Siri and it's hitting major snags. The AI powered Siri upgrades got delayed to spring 2026, and shareholders are fuming, claiming Apple's overhyped its AI progress at WWDC 2024. This led to crushed iPhone 16 sales expectations and jaw-dropping $900 billion. The drop in market value, as we can see with the 4-hour time frame, we were trading all the way up to those 260 levels. Can we get back to it? There's even a class action lawsuit brewing over the whole mess. So, you may be wondering, why is Apple playing the long game in AI? So, why is Apple taking so long to jump on the AI trend? An Apple research paper threw shade at the AI world, saying large reasoning models like OpenAI 01 often crash on complex problems. This cautious and practical approach shows Apple's not chasing the AGI hype like others are. Instead, they're focusing on reliable, user-friendly AI that integrates tightly with their ecosystem, even if it means slower rollouts. So we didn't really see any big moves with Google overall with it. We did have a big move to the downside to like that 175.5, but we easily went back up. With that being said, why can it affect Google? So Google's been the king of search and AI for years, but Apple's moves could shake things up. If Apple acquires Perplexity AI or builds its own AI-powered search engine, it might challenge Google's dominance, especially if the US Department of Justice kills the Apple Google Safari deal in an antitrust ruling. If you guys didn't know, Google basically pays Apple, I think like $20 billion a year, something like that to, like let's say if you use Siri, anything like that, it uses Google and it brings Google's search up, brings their numbers up, stuff like that. I mean, it's a pretty good deal. But Google's AI, like Gemini, is powerful, but it's been criticized for inconsistent performance and bias issues, which could push users towards Apple's privacy-focused, seamless AI experience. Plus, Google's reliance on ad revenue makes it vulnerable if Apple's ecosystem locks in users with a better search alternative. If Apple does pull this off, Google's search empire could take a serious hit. We could see another downside for Google overall. But Google still has things like cloud and stuff like that, so don't think of it too much. But before we get to the next one, man, I got a little ad for y'all, man. Want to trade smarter and grow your portfolio like a pro? From catching Apple's rebound to banking thousands on ATAI, my website, nextgenwealthtips.com, has everything you need to win in the stock market. And right now, we have killer deals going out for my ebooks. Learning is key and investing in yourself is the best thing you can do. So check these out if you guys want. So speaking of search, Apple's reportedly eyeing a $14 billion deal to buy Perplexity AI, a startup with a real-time AI search platform. It's all about boosting their AI game and possibly building a search engine to rival Google, especially if their Safari deal with Google gets axed in the antitrust ruling. Talks have happened, but no formal offer yet. This could be a game changer or just a partnership looking at other AI players. Apple's also looking outside for help, considering tech from Anthropic or OpenAI to power Siri instead of their own models. That's a big shift. They even met with somebody on the OpenAI's new venture. Thinking machine labs, though nothing's really locked in right now, feels like Apple's scrambling to catch up with the AI race. So behind the scenes, Apple is exploring generative AI to speed up designing their own custom chips, which could make their devices faster and more efficient. And they're also aiming to make battery lives last longer with AI. Which honestly, if you can get a phone that lasts more than 24 hours, I'm sold. It's a long-term play showing they're thinking beyond flashy features to stay ahead in hardware. With that being said, man, I really like the price action of Apple. And literally, if you guys didn't know, there's some news that also came out showing another court ruling or something like that that brought the stock down. And literally right after that, we got some things that said about the AI and it brought the stock up a decent amount. I think it spiked up and I seen it come back down. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna just buy a call option. And it really paid off. I'm not even gonna lie. With that being said, though, some price action to watch first off is gonna be that 205 level. If we can hold above that 205 level, look at 207.5, 210, 215, and that 220 level to the upside for Apple. But with that being said, think about this, right? There's no deal that's been made yet. There's nothing really. It's just kind of just hyping people up, where we might get into AI basically. So with that being said, this might just sell off quickly after just because we have no deals that are made. But if we can get a deal that is made, honestly, this can bring the stock up even more, 210, 220, maybe even 230 after that. But with that being said, there's no like clear deal or anything like that. We just got some hype over the news. So keep that in mind overall. So we can potentially start going down even more. First level to watch is going to be that 204, 203.5, 202, 201.5, and that 200 level flat. We break below that, which we might, 199.5, 198, and then that 195 level. And honestly, if they scratch this overall, we might break below that 200 level, get down to like 195 level just because, investors are just fed up. With that being said, man, some levels to watch on Google because we did have a little bit of a sell off today. And honestly, let's get to the 5 minutes so you guys can see it a little bit more. But with that being said, we did have a decent sell off today and just continued selling off. With that being said, some levels to watch on the downside. Look at the 176, 175, 173.5, 171.5, and that 170 level to the downside. To the upside, though, I mean, I don't know why Google will be going up, but look at that 180, 185, and that 190 level to the upside for Google overall. But honestly, comment down below how you guys feel about Apple overall, the AI, and anything that is going on. But Apple's AI journey is heating up, but their cautious approach and big bets like Perplexity could disrupt giants like Google. What do you think? Will Apple outplay Google or is it just hype? Drop your thoughts below and smash the like button if you want more tech and stock breakdowns overall. But with that being said, check out the site, first link in the description below. And also, let us get to 500 subs. And then sooner or later, let us get to 1,000 subs. We'll try to get to 1,000 subs by the end of July. But with that being said, man, hopefully you guys have a great July and enjoy this weekend that we have. Friday's off, Thursday is a half day. Basically, don't even got to trade. But with that being said, hopefully you guys get some rest and let me know what plays you guys are watching and subscribe. Peace out.